I had Corey in my classroom when I taught 4th grade at William Tell Elementary, and he's a junior now. From the very beginning, we had struggles with him. He didn't show up a lot of the time. When he did show up, he never had his homework completed. During the course of a day, he did everything but focus on his academics. I just remember becoming really agitated with his what I considered to be laziness, his lack of care and concern for school. But what began to develop is a whole different story. Part of my everyday routine was about a 20-minute time period after lunch where I taught the kids how to meditate. So it was kind of through that time that slowly but surely Corey started to tell us about a lot of the struggles that he was having.
It was me, my brother, and my mom living at home, and we lived in the trailer court, and my mom, she didn't have a job at the time.
We quickly found out that Corey was living with an alcoholic mother who I think maybe struggled from several kinds of addiction.
And my brother, he worked at a pizza place, and he's been working there for a while, and I think he was like mainly paying the bills and all the other things. My mom didn't have a job.
Everyone in the class, including me, began to shift our focus on what can we do to help, because we care about him and we see him in a way that we hadn't seen him before. I began to look deeper into whatever his behavior issues were. I began to search for why is this happening, and what supports do I need to put in place to help him.
Miss Strobel, she seemed like she really cared about me and cared about what my home life was and how I felt. And so I talked to her a lot, and also I had my grandma, and sometimes I had my brother, but he was mainly working all the time, so I didn't really get to talk to him much about it. But if I ever needed something, I usually went to Miss Strobel. Teaching
Corey completely changed the way that I teach students. And so I think when I look back that I was really maybe a student and Corey was my teacher, because I was kind of quick to judge and I had my own agenda, you know, of what needed to be accomplished in a day. What we do in those classrooms can have major payoffs later in life. I was one piece of that. He was a big piece of it for my life.